everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a couple of big targets who will try to be key contributors in both the pass and run games today. It's the Texans going up against the Patriots. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth with, as always, Charles Davis. Charles, a lot of times in the open, we focus on quarterbacks, running backs. What about the tight ends in this one?
Well, I think LR identified it really well because the tight ends are matchup nightmares nowadays. Who are you going to cover them with? Because really, they are pumped up wide receivers who can flat out run and use their body to create bigger plays. Cover them with a linebacker, cover them with a defensive back. Either way, they feel like they have the advantage.
Here's the kicker, Nick Novak, to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
So let's shift our attention to Tom Brady. Patriots ready to go on offense. And Brady this year 11-1 since reclaiming his starting position. And he set the single-season mark for touchdown to interception ratio, 28-2. That's good.
Last time I checked, that's really good.
Good, yeah.
I mean, think
what you
about
want
it.
to do as a quarterback.
39 years old and never played better. I mean, and he's moving the ball around to a number of different targets. He's adjusted when guys have been in and out of the lineup. He has really jockeyed this team into a position where they are the favorite in the AFC to make it back to the Super Bowl.
But can he do it when he's 49?
I wouldn't bet against him.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
And the defense will accept this penalty and force the offense back. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Brady gives now to Blunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And Charles, a note on Blunt, his best year statistically this season in his 8-year career. First time topping 1,000 yards since he was a rookie.
Yeah, he went over 1,100. 18 touchdowns on the ground. What a phenomenal season. If I'm not mistaken, he had never had more than 7 rushing touchdowns in a year before.
Correct.
Wow, what a big-time year for him. And all that does is open things up for Tom Brady in the passing game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The 30-year-old Edelman finished the season with a bang. He had a 77-yard touchdown grab final week of the year, 151 yards and a touchdown.
And we always give Tom Brady a ton of credit throughout his career, and rightly so, for working with whatever is out there with him in New England, all right, about receivers and, running backs and the whole deal. A lot of times we say they're nondescript. Can we lay bare a myth? Julian Edelman can start anywhere in the league. 98 catches this year, over 1,100 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's not just a creation, he's a flat-out player. We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. LeGarrette Blount, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down, here's Miller. And he powers his way up past the 30. And for Miller, probably fresh going into the playoffs. Had the ankle injury, but they said they were being cautious week 17. He was also out week 16. We'll see how he does come this week.
Still over 1,000 yards running for the season in 14 games. It was 1,073 to be precise. But what I'm eager to see is how will they use him as a pass receiver in the playoffs? He had 31 catches during the regular season. I would use him in the screen game. I'd swing him out there, get him in space, and let him have some one-on-ones downfield.
Caught by Mumphrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Again, it's Miller. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Dante Hightower on the stop.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to the back. An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And finding Fedorowicz. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And it's second down.
All right, now look at Richardson.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try to run for it with Miller. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. On is Nick Novak now for the Texans field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. They'll begin here with Blunt. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. On play action, it's Brady. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So the Patriots will turn it over to their left-footed punter. That's Ryan Allen to kick it away. Back deep, the Texans' 4th-round pick, rookie Tyler Urban. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Miller, the lone setback.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. Finding time. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old.
Let's go.
You're only 65. Osweiler now to throw on 3rd down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
All kinds of time. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
This is the running back, Blue. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
They come out here in the eye. They go again with Blue. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw it with Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Ball start, offense.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Keith Mumphrey from 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Danny Amendola on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, throughout the year, I've occasionally asked you for your MVP pick. Now that we've seen the entire regular season, who's in the mix?
Well, Brandon, I think Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott will go in as a duo, and that'll probably knock each other out of the race. Tom Brady will be heavily discussed, but there's never been an MVP that's missed 4 games, so I don't think that he's going to get it as well. Matt Ryan is probably going to end up being the MVP, but I would posit that Aaron Rodgers would be the guy. 4-6 at one point. His lead running back is a converted wide receiver. And who has he been thrown out to wide? Jordy Nelson coming off of a knee injury. You look back at Matt Ryan, he's had the two-headed monster in the backfield. He's had Julio Jones. I think that Aaron Rodgers should be the MVP.
Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Osweiler on first down. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Osweiler to throw. And he's got it. Fedorowicz. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Now look at 56.
Throwing again, Osweiler. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Again, Osweiler. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now out come the Patriots. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Easy. Alert. Wait, don't bend it.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
52. Wait, 20.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Brady now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Go bend it. Wait, 20.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front, as we'll see. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Green, 39.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And now out comes Houston. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now it's Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
20, 55.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
20, 25.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Houston. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Osweiler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he's got him over the middle, Fedorowicz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now LeGarrette Blount gets set to go again on offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Blount, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
Easy.
But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big dent.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, here's Blunt. And he will lose you. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Fresh set of downs here.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. They'll run again with Blunt. And some space here. And a cutback right sideline. A big play there for New England. 52 yards on the ground.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
On the toss, this is Blunt. Still on his feet. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dion Lewis taking it in. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Let's go. No. Check.
Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On first down, Osweiler. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Osweiler. Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. Shea McClellan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 3rd and long. It's Osweiler. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that one from Gardner, Charles Davis, and the Stern crew industry. And then go on. There's been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sport. The Patriot winners here at home.